Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, brave young men rescue elderly man from house fire. Two men are being hailed as heroes after rescuing an elderly man who was trapped inside a burning house in the St. Andrew community of Kencott on Monday. Stanley Tyson, one of the Good Samaritans, said he was at a garage in the community when he was alerted to the mid-afternoon house fire at 29 South Road, and even worse, that an elderly man was trapped by the blaze. "Is up here some day, a vehicle over here so I fix. I'm here somebody I say fire down the road," Tyson told the news. "When I go down the road now, I hear a man say, an old man in the house, and I say, what you say?" Alarmed upon learning that the elderly man was trapped inside the house, Tyson said he did not hesitate to embark on the life-saving mission along with another man, Damian Brown. "Me say you can't take it from the front, we have to take it from the back," Tyson related his conversation with Brown. "We jump over the yard and over the fence, me and the other youth, and we go in and we see the old man just get up out of the bed, and we hold him and dry him out," Tyson shared. The elderly man, 70-year-old Antonia Edwards, who is physically disabled, then had to be lifted over a fence by the two men to escape the fire. "A lot of fire come behind me, and we hold him and lift him over the fence," Tyson said. "The next youth stay over the fence and me come over, and we get him over the fence because him can't walk." The rescued man told the news that despite being left homeless by the fire, he is grateful that his life has been spared and expressed gratitude to the two men for their heroic action. "Me grateful to them for carrying me over that fence. Them find it possible to help me and carry me over the fence," Edwards said. Recounting the incident, Edwards, a former tailor in the community, said that he was awakened from his sleep by residents alerting him to the fire, after which he noticed the smoke. "Me not even pick up the voice, but me hear somebody say fire, and me say wait, fire, and then me see smoke a come through. Me say hold on, fire, and me start bawl for fire too," Edwards said. Reflecting on his act of bravery, Tyson said he felt compelled to help Edwards because he has elderly grandparents himself. "I have grandfather and grandmother, so when them tell me the old man over there and the old man can't walk, I had to go in because him got dead," Tyson told the news. Brown, the second Good Samaritan, added, "A old man was in the house, we had to help him out. House, cylinder burn up, car burn up, and we have to save the man from burn up." Thick clouds of smoke could be seen rising from the dwelling, which sparked a fire on the electrical wires, resulting in a power outage in the area. While the cause of the fire is still under investigation, Edwards believes it may have been caused by someone tampering with the electricity. The house was occupied by 4 people. However, only Edwards and a teenager were at home at the time of the fire. No one was hurt. Up to late Monday evening, firefighters were still battling the blaze. A resident raised concerns about improper waste disposal, saying that may have contributed to the fire's rapid spread. "What we are asking for is that the residents need to clean up the place, even the old junk they have in the yard. There's a place on Grove Road. The yard is very terrible with a lot of things, and the people have been making complaints about the same thing. We just thank God them save a life and no life has been lost," she said. Man said to be career criminal among 3 shot dead by cops in Westmoreland. A man who police say was a career criminal and a gun runner who was out on bail, having been charged in connection with the fatal shooting of a woman in 2023, was one of 3 men killed by cops during an operation in Grange Hill, Westmoreland on Monday. According to the police, about 4:45 Monday morning, an intelligence-led operation was conducted in Stitch Lane, Top Lincoln, Grange Hill. Police reported that 3 men engaged them in a gunfight, which ended with all 3 shot. They were pronounced dead at hospital. The police also said that 2 weapons, a Taurus G pistol, a Browning, and a quantity of ammunition were seized following the incident. The news sources have since identified one of the dead men as 25-year-old Odain Baron, otherwise called Bududup or Baram, a laborer whose last known address was Cooley Town District, Paradise, Westmoreland. One of the other victims was identified as 15-year-old Sheldon McCullough. The other was not identified up to press time. According to the news sources, Barron, who was days shy of his 26th birthday, was a habitual offender well known to the police. The sources say Barron's life of crime began while he was still a juvenile and escalated over the years as he was groomed by more seasoned criminals into a central figure in organized criminal activities. He had been on the police radar since 2017 due to sustained criminal involvement and was the subject of multiple intelligence-led operations, said one news source. The police were convinced that Barron was deeply involved in the transnational narcotics trade, with a particular focus on guns for drugs exchanges between Nicaragua and Jamaica. Police intelligence revealed he had recently received a shipment of firearms off the coast of Town and was actively involved in the distribution and the sale of illegal firearms and ammunition, equipping criminal associates in the community, added the source. It is believed that Barron was involved in a gun-for-drugs operation busted by the police just over 1 week ago. At that time, a coordinated operation carried out by the Firearms and the Narcotics Investigation Division, supported by the Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard, led to the arrest of 2 Nicaraguans, a Jamaican, and the seizure of more than 1,400 pounds of ganja and a fishing vessel off the coast of Westmoreland. Members of the security forces intercepted the fishing vessel during the pre-dawn operation, and a search was conducted. During the search, the illicit drug, weighing 1,480 pounds or 672.6 kilograms, was found. The 3 men aboard the vessel were arrested. While the news sources refused to say if Barron was linked to that operation, based on the stage of the police probe into the incident, they pointed out that he was granted bail by the court after he was charged in connection with the August 2023 murder of Chantel Pokey Calder Whittingham in Town. At that time, the police reported that about 3:30 p.m. on August 12, 2023, Calder Whittingham and her relatives were leaving home when a man with whom she had a dispute and the 3 other men approached them. The 4 men opened gunfire, hitting Calder Whittingham and her relatives, and then escaped. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, Calder Whittingham and her relatives were seen lying on the road covered in blood. They were taken to hospital, where Calder Whittingham was pronounced dead and the others admitted. Barron was arrested during an operation in Westmoreland days later. He gave a caution statement and was later charged with murder, shooting with intent, and unauthorized possession of a prohibited weapon. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.